Tougher than a Teflon, all the dope I stepped on. Re-up, get the rest gone. Been that nigga, what else you want? Want that power, power, respect. Want that money and power and power. Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. As you saw from today's title, we are back with another Power Book 4 Force review and recap, y'all.
So, this episode, we've seen a lot of development in our relationships on the show. We've seen a lot of betrayal, lies, deceit. We've seen a lot of stuff moving this plot point along.
The episode wasn't like action-packed, but it was a lot of progress in the storyline.
So I'm not going to talk too much. We're just going to get right into this week's episode entitled Outrunning A Ghost. So during this episode, we solidified the relationship between Tommy, Liliana, Claudia, and Lauren, the chemist.
You know, like I told y'all last episode, they had ended up pulling up on the chemist and telling her that she had to work for them regardless if she wanted to or not.
So she owns her own equipment, her own lab, all that stuff. So basically, y'all, they kidnapped her. Tommy was saying that the product was priced too high and that they needed to find a version that was cheaper so that they could flood the streets with it. Now, Claudia, she wasn't really feeling that because she wants this to remain something exclusive. And then the chemist, she didn't want to mess with it because it's science. And trying to figure out a way to safely recreate Dahlia with cheaper ingredients, she was like, y'all, look, I don't know how long this might take. I'm not trying to do this. Like, I don't want to mess with the integrity of the product.
Tommy wasn't trying to hear that. Tommy like, I don't care what y'all talking about. We're about to vote. And he voted, and Liliana obviously started with him. Lauren doesn't have a say-so, so it was Tommy and Liliana against Claudia, and they decided to push forward.
So the way that they make Dahlia, they had to, like, you know, do chemical compounds and, you know, get one reaction and build upon that reaction to get the next one, so on and so forth.
So she had to, like, miss work. Liliana called him like, oh, you know, HIPAA violations, I can't tell you, but she's out sick.
Lauren had a day, and her and Liliana had a little moment because she like, girl, it was a third age fan, and Liliana was like, bitch, I'm trying to get you some cutty. So Liliana talked to Tommy, and Tommy ended up letting her go on the date. But I was so irritated because Liliana went on the date with her, and instead of like just sitting at another table, letting her have her day, she is sitting at the table as her from out of town from Florida visiting. It's like,
y'all could at least let this woman have her time with this man and experience her date for real. So Tommy was definitely forcing it this episode. He was kind of getting on my nerves because he was literally forcing it. He was like being very overbearing, and he was not like going for anything else other than what he wanted. And that was kind of irritating to me, but I was glad that Liliana was there to, you know, be there with Lauren. So what I will say is this. By the end of the episode, everything was all peaches and cream, but there was some foreshadowing of Tommy and Liliana killing Dr. Williams. Because
it was like, hey, she knows too much, so if she can't figure this out, she gonna have to die. And Tommy like, nah, she gonna figure it out. You know, she a mad scientist. She got this. But you could just tell
when push come to shove, they gonna end up killing her. And he was in there even telling Liliana, like I said, to learn what she's doing so that she can do it herself. I already know that they gonna end up killing the chemist, and Liliana gonna end up becoming the chemist. Something gonna happen in season 2. She gonna cook up a bad batch because she don't really know what she doing, or the lab gonna explode or something, because Liliana don't really know what she doing. She's not a scientist. She a street scientist, but she ain't a real scientist. She don't really know, you know, all that shit. She like, so do you eyeball this shit, or, you know, do you do it by the full metrics or whatever? And she looking like, girl, everything has to be perfectly measured out in a particular order. Y'all,
don't let Liliana get her hands on this equipment because she gonna be in there forcing it, okay? Y'all thought Diamond was in jail for cooking up a bad batch. Liliana gonna be under the jail, okay?
So like I said, the chemist spent the entire episode trying to crack the code, basically, and find this cheaper version of Dahlia. And by the end of the episode, y'all, they have found it. So Tommy, the chemist, Lauren, Liliana, and Claudia all did a little hit of it and just, passed out. I don't know if she's just trying to like save face or just not trying to get unalived, but Lauren did say like, you ain't gotta worry about me, I'll be back tomorrow. You know, I'm down with this. I'm down with the get down. So I don't know if she really trying to join the team or if she really just scared. You know what I'm saying? But I was glad that she figured it out and Tommy didn't have to kill her this episode, because he definitely would have. We know he would have. While Dr. Williams was, you know, trying to figure out her secret recipe while she was in the kitchen whipping up that shit, Claudia was having girls basically audition to be couriers for Dahlia. So they came to her apartment, she made them sign NDAs, and basically these women were to go out into the world, into the city, and target the big hitters to get them on board with the product. at the meeting, Claudia pulled one of the girls to the side and was like, hey, I need you to go target my brother Vic.
So Liliana heard this and obviously went to go run and tell Tommy.
So Tommy ended up going to the club with JP, and they seen how Claudia was getting the girls to target these people.
So Tommy mad because Tommy like, look, you were running side deals, and Claudia like, look, I just wanted him to know that this product existed.
So another one of the people that were targeted was Jannard. So Jannard was out in the club, and they sent this fine-ass, thick-ass girl over there, and, you know, got him. And they in the car doing what they doing. She kissed him, and y'all know Jannard already a little crackhead. So Jannard was red tea, okay? Jannard like, what? I need this.
So the girl gave him the vial and was like, I can't tell you where it came from. I don't know. But here, you can take this and you can, you know, figure it out yourself. So Jannard ended up going back to Diamond and the guys at the shop or whatever and telling them like, hey, look, it's this new shit out here and we need to get in. Whoever is the king of this product is gonna be the king of the city.
Little do he know, that's Tommy, but, oh Lord, okay, he gonna shit himself when he find out Tommy the nigga behind this.
So basically, Diamond was like, nah, we not into no diversifying. We're not trying to, you know, do any more products. Let's just stick to what we got with the third pipeline. We making enough money. Let's just stick to this for now. Let's handle this and then we can handle that.
And I was like, boy, I don't care what you're talking about. Like, I'm still trying to get on this. Like, you ain't experienced the high that I experienced. Y'all know this little crackhead ass gonna root for this.
Diamond was like, no, no, no. But he was still curious about what it was because we saw him go and meet up with Tommy. And he asked Tommy, like, do you know what this is? And Tommy just played real coy, real dumb. So now Tommy do know that this shit is starting to make its rounds around the city. So that's a good thing for them, especially now that they've cracked the code for the cheaper version of it. But they did say that if they did make a cheaper version of it, it would be easier for other crews to try to copycat it.
So I wonder if like Jannard or somebody gonna try to hire somebody to try to cook up something and they gonna make the bad batch or what. But I definitely feel like it's gonna start being some knockoff versions around the city and it's gonna kind of tarnish their brand name eventually.
So while we're up here talking about Jannard and CBI and all them, let's just talk about Lil D-Mac real quick. Y'all know Tommy nephew.
So D-Mac and his boy, I don't even remember the little nigga name, but they went to Jannard and Diamond and was like, hey, we got a proposition. And y'all can just tell they some slow ass hood niggas. They just, you know, trying to get some money down there. What the hell they talking about? What they, you know, really doing.
So they went to Jannard and was like, hey, we gotta play and we trying to see if y'all trying to get down. I got a cousin out in Gary and, you know, let us be some couriers or whatever.
So Diamond was like, no, we need to get Chicago in order, and Jannard is like, boy, shut the fuck up. Like, we didn't sit around for 15 years building this shit up for you to come back and try to slow us down. So y'all know Jannard just trying to prove himself and prove his point, and so he's trying to go against anything Diamond say.
Diamond like, no, Jannard secretly going behind his back and like, hey, we gonna do this shit. Before Jannard was like, hey, we gonna do this, he did pull D-Mac to the side and was like, hey, I don't trust you because the last time I gave you a project, you reneged on me.
Talking about when he had him go follow Tommy.
And he like, look,
Tell me where that white boy finna be at because he's dying tonight. And then we can discuss this little, you know, courier situation.
so D-Mac was already like, look, I'm not doing this. So D-Mac went and was following Tommy. Tommy seen him and he was like, hey, look, I'm not on that. Like, ain't nobody send me. I'm not trying to run up on you. I'm not trying to be on bullshit with you. And Tommy like, what's your problem then? What's beef? What's going on? Tell me what's good. And D-Mac was like, hey, look, keep your strap close and keep your head on swivel because this nigga's at your head. That's all I'm going to say. I ain't telling you nothing else. Just watch your back. D-Mac was looking out for Uncle Tommy. He don't know how Tommy know his pops, but he was definitely looking out. He told him that he had his reasons, but he wasn't going to tell him why.
So, with that being said, he still didn't do what, you know, Jannard told him to do. So, D-Mac's friend, the one who went to Jannard with the proposition, basically cut D-Mac out of the whole thing. He like, hey, nigga, this is really my cousin, and it's a wrap for you.
And D-Mac didn't even realize that he was cut out until his mans was up there posting videos of Jannard and them in the club.
The same night that Jannard tasted the Dahlia, you know, all that shit or whatever.
So D-Mac ran up and bust this nigga upside his head. I'm like,
Oh my god, like all of this because these niggas is kicking it without you? Like, ooh, we, like,
they get into a whole fight. The other dude pull out a gun on D-Mac. They in downtown Chicago. And now clearly since D-Mac is not running with Jannard and them, like they done cut him out, he's definitely about to try to get in good with Tommy. And I can just foresee, like I told y'all, he was gonna flip on Jannard and them and be on Team Tommy. I already told y'all. I already knew that. I do think it's funny though because he gonna start working with Tommy eventually, and then y'all know JP keep pressing Tommy about getting in the drug game. We saw him doing it again this episode. He like, look,
I can just do what I can do. Like, I ain't gotta, you know, be involved in all of everything, but at least let me let me run some drugs out of my club, or, you know, let me be involved in some way, shape, or form.
And when it come out that that's his son, it's gonna be some family drama going on. So yes, like I said though, Jenard decided to go ahead and go behind Diamond's back and open up this pipeline to Gary, and he actually went down to Gary, and Freddie Gibbs plays the cousin from Gary.
Like, they had this nigga eyes going all type of ways. Oh my goodness. I'm like, is that Freddie Gibbs? And then I have to go look at some pictures real quick, because I'm like, is Freddie Gibbs' eyes really fucked up like this? I just never noticed. But no, okay, so yes, that shit was funny though. That was funny that they got him on here now. So I wonder if he gonna have, you know, like a reoccurring role, like if we gonna see him again, or if that was just like a one-time thing.
But I definitely feel like this whole little Gary thing, it ain't gonna be pretty.
It's not gonna be pretty.
So another person that we see deceiving Diamond is Adrian.
So y'all remember the girl he met in the diner? He was eating off her foot. They was having these passionate ass sex moments and all this stuff. This girl is actually a journalist, or working with a journalist.
And they are trying to crack the story on the rise and fall of a Chicago kingpin. So it kind of seemed like to me that she was initially supposed to be, you know, targeting him, getting a story, all this stuff. But I feel like now she's actually catching feelings for him. Her and Diamond had another moment this episode. They, you know, met up in his barbershop. And speaking of the barbershop, we ain't seen this nigga cut nobody here all season. Boy, we're your clients. So anyways, person that she working with told her like, hey, if you're not up for the job, I can get so-and-so to get on it. And Adrian was like, no, I got it, because basically at this point she don't want to give him up, so she want to try to control the narrative. So I cannot wait to see how this is going to turn out. She's gonna have to serve up something, or she's gonna have to just be honest with Diamond about what her intentions was. From somewhere on the other side of town, y'all, the Flynn family is just getting themselves in some deep doo-doo. Okay, so Walter Flynn was talking to his right-hand man, Paulie, and he was telling him like, look, we need to beef up security and prepare for an attack. And Paulie like, why? And he was like, because the Serbs gonna try to come after us.
Oh, Paulie confused. Paulie like, why is the Serbs coming after us? We ain't got no beef with them.
And Walter like, hey, they tried to come after my boy, so I went and laid them niggas down. And Paulie like, oh my lord, we do not have the numbers to withstand another attack, okay? So Walter and Vic decide that, you know, they gonna put extra security on the family, and they called Claudia in and was like, hey, we're putting a security detail on y'all. And she like, no, I think I'm good. I don't need y'all babysitting me and following me around. And Walter was like, yeah, I highly doubt that if somebody, you know, trade you, you'd be able to pull the trigger. And she like, yeah, under the right circumstances, you have no idea what I'm capable of.
And Lord, you really do not, because you just don't know that Claudia got them bodies, Walter. Claudia is a real hitter. Okay, Claudia about that action.
She just like, yeah, okay, Pops. Whatever you say, don't put no motherfucking security on me. And when she left, Walter told Vic, like, hey, do it anyway. So Claudia didn't know she had security following her, but Tommy found out really quickly, because Tommy pulled up to the lab and it's clearly, you know, security out there, there's people watching, and he off them niggas ASAP. Tommy ain't playing no games. Tommy ain't fucking around with Claudia and her bullshit.
So he went in there on business, snapping on her like, look, you got people following us? Like, I thought you said you was done with your family. What's tea? Like, why these niggas out here?
And she like, what are you talking about? So I already know that that's gonna cause some more drama, because now some more of they people are dead, and Walter is really about to be like, girl, what is you on? Okay, like, I'm about to figure out what you on, because why is these security people dead?
What were you doing? What are you up to? What's going on?
And Walter is just really losing both of his children. It's like Vic is more loyal. He just loyal to like the family in a sense, but Vic is done with Walter like on a personal level, because Gloria left him.
Him and Gloria had a, you know, passionate night after she had to go bust back at the Serbs and all this stuff, and I would have left this nigga too, because boy, why I'm the one gotta be the shooter and these people coming after you? Why are you down on the ground like a little bitch and I'm up here? Whatever. So anyway,
Gloria spent the night with him. When he woke up, Gloria was gone. Gloria was like, I gotta get out of town for a little while. Girl, I would've got out of town too. His daddy was threatening you, his sister was threatening you, people shooting at y'all. Girl, I ain't got time for this white mess. This is white people business. Let me get my black ass out of town.
So Gloria left, and Vic is obviously not happy about that. So he was basically telling his dad like, yeah, Gloria left, you ain't gotta worry about that no more. And Walter is like,
you get over it, it's okay, you know, you'll grow up and get over it.
And Vic like, no, bro, like, I wish I would have chose her over you. I kept choosing you and family, and I wish I would have chose her.
I just got a feeling that something's still gonna happen to Gloria, even though she out of town. Like, somebody gonna try to go find her. The Serbs gonna go kidnap her, if they didn't kidnap her, and, you know, made her leave this note. And ain't no telling what's going on with that situation.
And this whole power struggle and dynamic going on between the Flynn family, it's gonna get bad because Whizzer gonna die by the end of the season, and Claudia gonna have her own shit going on. Vic trying to have his own shit going on, but he about to try to get invested in Dahlia too, and he not telling his pops that they doing Dahlia because his pops don't even know that he working with CBI and them. And oh, y'all, that's about to be some mess going on. Next week's episode, you know, Dahlia gonna have his cheaper version out there on the streets. Walter is definitely on to Claudia's case. Adrian's gonna have to bring something back for this story, y'all. Chicago heating up, and I cannot wait to see what is gonna go down with Tommy and the crew next week. So let me know what y'all thought of this week's episode down below, and let me know what y'all think is gonna happen on next week's episode. And before you go, make sure you check out some of the other videos on my channel. I do review Bel-Air and Snowfall.
And y'all know the drill. Y'all know y'all love free shit. Y'all know y'all black asses love free shit. So what I need for y'all to do is go down below and like, comment, and subscribe. That's free. Support is free. You can share this video too. Share it with your friends, share it with your niggas, share it with your buddies, your grandma, your granddad. I don't care. Just share it, okay? Free. 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 I know you niggas love free shit. Free 99. I'm about to make a song and y'all gonna fuck with it, okay? So besides going like, comment, and subscribing, I'm gonna need for you to get money, drink your water, and mind your business. And then have a good day. That's it. Free.
No, but for real, thank you so much for tuning into this week's video, and I will see you next time. Money, power, respect. I want that money, power, and powder.